How long does it typically take on average to write? And okay, I guess that's a really hard question because it's like depending on how big your book is, but an
Yeah.
average estimate.
So it does depend on the length of the book. Books, when I first started, gosh, it was like, I don't know, 13 years ago, books were like 65,000 words or more for the traditional publishing houses. Lately, I've done ones that are closer to like 35,000 words, 40,000 words. I even had one that was 17,000 words, which actually like had images and charts and looked like a real book. I was like, this is not a book, but it was. So books are trending shorter. So that's good for authors because it's a more manageable project. But in terms of total time, it's hard because you can't really like quit your job and just write the book. Most people can't do that. Sometimes people can, but I find for most people, they're able to carve out like a handful of hours a week and do it that way. And so if I'm ghostwriting for a client, I say try to have at least 4 hours a week for a few months, and it depends on their availability as well. So maybe 4 months to 6 months, depending on how long the book is usually pretty comfortable for writing and editing.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, once it goes into self-publishing, we usually like to allow like 4 months for that. We can go faster, but that's like for copy editing, proofreading, interior layout, proofing it again, like buying the ISBNs, like doing all the project management stuff. It just takes some time for us to do it, have the author review it, come back, make the changes. There's just lots of rounds. So you can do it in less than a year if you self-publish. If you go through a traditional publishing house, sometimes it's a lot longer. They got really backed up over COVID with like paper shortages and stuff like that. So like my clients got a book deal and the book was already written and they were like, "Okay, yeah, like it'll be published in 2 years." I know, it's crazy.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, but they wanted to go with that public. They wanted the brand name of a traditional publisher. They That's something they thought was worth waiting for. And so the book is scheduled to come out in February of next year.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
it just depends. Like there's pluses and minuses to different publishing routes, but if you're going for speed, self-publishing is way better than traditional publishing.
Aspects